आज हम इस वीडियो में डिस्कस करेंगे केमिकल बॉन्डिंग एंड मॉलिक्यूलर स्ट्रक्चर. इट इज अ चैप्टर 4 ऑफ क्लास 11th केमिस्ट्री. So in chapter 2 we have discussed the atomic structure of an atom, in which we have discussed different orbital s, p, d, f, and then the orbital configuration of an element is discussed. In next chapter, that is chapter 3, classification of element and their periodic properties, periodicity in the property, we have discussed their position in periodic table and we have assigned them, that is metal, non-metals and the semi-metals, we have classified them. Now the question arises how these elements actually exist. Now we are going to discuss in chapter 4 the chemical bonding. As we know, the noble gases which are present in group 18 exist independently, as their octet is almost complete, their outermost shell is already complete, so they have no tendency to gain or lose electron. But what happened with other metals, how they exist, rest of the metals or non-metals, how they exist, is there is any bond between them or what type of structure they form, we are going to discuss in this chapter. So the first approach in the chemical bonding is given by the Cossé-Lewis approach. Now it is given by G.N. Lewis and Cossé in 1961. They have stated the reason of stability of noble gas, that is why noble gases are stable. The stability of noble gas is due to the octet rule. Now what does this octet rule? This rule states that the atom of different element take part in chemical combination in order to complete its octet. Octet means to have 8 electron in the valence shell, or in some case they can attain duplet, that is to have 2 electron in valence shell. Duplet सिर्फ और सिर्फ हाइड्रोजन, हीलियम, लिथियम और बेरिलियम के केस में एप्लीकेबल था. अदरवाइज रेस्ट ऑफ द एलिमेंट, each and every element wants to attain octet, that is to have 8 electron in valence shell. Now since the noble gas, just for example, helium 1s2, neon 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, outermost shell completely filled 8 octet, argon 3s2, 3p6, third is outermost shell, 8 electron in this. Similarly, krypton atomic number 36, 4s2, 4p6, again 8 electron, xenon 5s2, 5s6, radon, Rn 6s2, 6p6, meaning all the noble gases except helium, their outermost shell is completely filled or they have attained the octet, they have no tendency to lose or gain electron, hence they exist independently. And in case of helium, its duplet is complete, hence it has no tendency to form bond and hence they can exist independently. Now each and every metal or a non-metal wants to attain this noble gas configuration by the loss of electron or by the gain of electron or by the sharing of electron, and in this process they form a bond which is known as a chemical bond. Now the Lewis has given some symbols known as the Lewis symbol. Now these symbols represent the valence electron in an atom, and it is shown by simply drawing the valence electron in a dot form. For example, in case of lithium only one electron is present, so Li. Then in case of beryllium, 2 are present in the outermost shell electron, so 2 dots are there, and so on. For example, boron has 3 dots, then carbon has 4 dots. Similarly, nitrogen have 5 dots around it. Okay? Then oxygen have 6 dots around, which represent the Lewis symbol of the oxygen. Then fluorine has 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and all the noble gases, they have 8 electron in the outermost shell. So Lewis symbol, they represent the 8 dot. Now what is the significance of these dots? First of all, they represent the number of valence electron in the outermost shell. Second, number of valence electron help in calculating the valency or the valence of an element, which is also called as the group valency. For example, ये सिंपल वही केस है जो हमने लास्ट वीडियो में वैलेंसी डिस्कस की है कि अगर 1, 1, 2 एंड 3 डॉट्स हैं तो वही वैलेंसी होगी. 4 से ग्रेटर होगी तो 8 माइनस डॉट हम कर देंगे तो इसकी वैलेंसी आ जाएगी, ठीक है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन केस ऑफ नाइट्रोजन 5 डॉट्स, so 8 minus 5 dot valency will be 3. In oxygen 8 minus 6 dot valency will be 2. So it helps us in determining the valency. So some of the facts which are stated by the Cossell, according to him, the highly electronegative element like group 17 or we can say halogen family is separated from highly electropositive elements like group 1 or alkali metals by the noble gas. So group 18 is present इन बिटवीन दीज टू ग्रुप। नाउ फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम बात करें फ्लोरीन, तो फ्लोरीन के बाद आता है देन नियॉन, नियॉन के बाद सोडियम, तो इट इज एन इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव, दिस वन इज इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव, इट इज सेपरेटेड बाय द नोबल गैस। सिमिलरली इफ वी आर डिस्कसिंग द पोटेशियम एंड द क्लोरीन, it is separated by argon. So we can say highly electronegative element is separated from highly electropositive element by the noble gas. Now the second point he stated that group 17 element or we can say halogen family will form the anion. Similarly the group 1 or alkali metal, they can form a cation. They form an anion by the gain of electron, they form an cation by the loss of electron. Now the third point, while forming an anion, now for example chlorine if we can say is an halogen member, then configuration 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s2 3p5. Now by the gain of electron it forms Cl minus ion, meaning its configuration changes into 3s2 3p6, that is it is outermost shell is completely filled, or we can say it can attain an octet. Similarly sodium loses one electron and forms sodium cation, and while doing this it can attain a noble gas configuration, or we can say it can achieve its octet. There are few exceptions in which we are discussing the duplet, otherwise each and every element attain the noble gas configuration by the loss or a gain electron in order to achieve the octet. Now these negative and positive ion are stabilized by a force of attraction that is known as the electrostatic force of attraction. So these are the 4 points which we have discussed. First, highly electronegative separated from highly electropositive by the noble gas. Then negative will form the anion, positive will form the cation. Anion while doing this completed octet. Similarly cation will also achieve its octet, and in the last these charged ion are stabilized from each other by the electrostatic force of attraction. So the Coulombic or electrostatic force of attraction which holds the oppositely charged ion together is called the ionic bond, or we can say electrovalent bond. So जो charge present है ions पे which is responsible for this Coulombic or we can say electrostatic force of attraction. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने क्लास 10th में आयनिक बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन किया हुआ है. इन दिस केस इसकी कन्फिग्रेशन होती थी 281, हमने एक डॉट लगाया. इस केस में 287. नाउ दिस वन डॉट विल ट्रांसफर इनटू दिस Cl and forming the Na plus and Cl minus ion, or we can say NaCl, that is the electrostatic force of attraction are binding it, and the bond which is formed between them is known as the ionic bond or the electrovalent bond. And yes, both the ion has attained the noble gas configuration. For example, Na has achieved the Na plus has achieved the noble neon gas configuration, and Cl minus has achieved the 288, that is argon configuration. Now next example is the calcium having configuration 288 and 2, and fluorine has configuration 27. So it loses its 2 electron and attain the noble gas configuration of argon, that is 288. Similarly, fluorine gain electron and forming this neon gas configuration. So transfer of 2 electron, so that 2 minus is there. So finally CaF2 is formed. So these two examples show the formation of ionic bond in an atom. Now in both the example we have discussed the ionic bond formation. Now in case when sodium to Na plus ion is formed from sodium, if Na plus ion is formed, ionization energy play an important role. Similarly, when from the chlorine, chloride is formed by gain of electron, then electron gain enthalpy has played an important role. And after the formation of ion, the attraction between them release an energy known as the lattice energy. So these three factors which are controlling the formation of ionic bond, which we are going to discuss now. Now the factors affecting the ionic bond formation are the ionization energy. Now ionization energy is the amount of energy required to remove an electron from an atom. For example, if an atom is losing an electron, it forming a cation. Now lesser will be the requirement of energy, greater will be the affinity to form cation. Now for example, alkali metal have low ionization energy, meaning they can easily lose electron and can form cation. So ionic bond is favored when ionization energy is low. Now the second factor which is affecting the ionic bond formation is the electron gain enthalpy. Now this energy is the amount of energy released when an anion is formed from an atom. For example, an atom gain electron and form an anion. So the amount of energy released is known as the electron gain enthalpy. Greater the amount of energy released, more will be the ease to form ionic bond. Now for example, all the halogen atom, by attaining one electron, they can achieve a noble gas configuration. Hence they have high affinity or high amount of electron gain enthalpy released. Hence high tendency to form ionic bond. Now when two ions are forming, for example in this case the cation is forming and in this case now anion is forming. Now the third energy which combine these two is known as the lattice enthalpy. Now first of all, we must learn what do you mean by a lattice or a lattice point. Now for example, if we know that ionic compound are crystalline in nature, crystalline meaning they having some specific structure, crystal like formation is there. So there are some points, by combining these points we get that bond. So these points are known as the lattice. For example, if some cation or anion are present, so they are present at some space at some point, so that point is known as the lattice. Now the force of attraction which bind these two lattice point. So first of all we will learn about what is a lattice. As we know, ionic compound exists in an crystalline form in its crystal lattice. So it is a space in which ions are attracted to each other. So this point is also, can we call it as a lattice. ठीक है, तो ये जो पॉइंट्स हैं, कॉर्नर्स हैं जो आपस में ज्वाइन होकर एक स्ट्रक्चर को फॉर्म करते हैं, तो दीज पॉइंट्स आर नोन एज द लैटिस पॉइंट. यहाँ पे कोई भी कटायन एंड अनायन पॉसिबल हो सकती है इस पॉइंट पे. नाउ सो लैटिस एंथैल्पी और वी कैन से द एनर्जी रिलीज्ड और द एंथैल्पी इज रिलीज्ड when 1 mole of crystalline solid is formed by the combination of oppositely charged ions. So we can say energy released when 1 mole of crystalline solid is formed by the combination of oppositely charged ion is called as enthalpy, lattice enthalpy. That is A plus कोई भी कटायन है B माइनस से अट्रैक्ट होती है और AB फॉर्म्ड होता है. ठीक है, तो जो एनर्जी रिलीज हुई दैट इज नेगेटिव एनर्जी इज नोन एज अ लैटिस एंथैल्पी. अब लैटिस एंथैल्पी फर्दर दो फैक्टर्स पे डिपेंड करेगी. फर्स्ट वन इज द साइज ऑफ एटम, साइज ऑफ द आयन और एन एटम. For example, if smaller is the size, so greater will be the attraction. Smaller size होगा, ज़्यादा attraction होगी, ज़्यादा amount of lattice enthalpy release होगी. Second is the charge on the ion. So size and charge of ion influence the lattice enthalpy. Size again, अगर size छोटा है, attraction ज़्यादा होगी, energy release ज़्यादा होगी. Similarly, greater charge है, again attraction ज़्यादा होगी, ज़्यादा energy release होगी. So we can say these three factors which are controlling the ionic bond formation, lesser the ionization energy, greater the ionic bond, greater the electron gain enthalpy release, greater the age of formation of ionic bond. Then smaller is the cation and higher is the charge, greater will be the ionic bond formation. Next is the general characteristics of the ionic compound. The first one is the physical state. Ionic compound exists in the crystalline solid, as we have discussed earlier, that oppositely charged ions strongly attract each other to form these crystal like structure, and the arrangement is known as the crystal lattice. Now the next one is the melting point and the boiling point. Because of strong interionic interaction, they have high melting and boiling point. They possess high melting and boiling point because of strong interionic attraction. Ionic compounds are good conductor of electricity, that is, they possess electrical conductivity, but not in solid state, because conductivity is due to movement of ions, and in solid state they are tightly packed, so they conduct electricity only in their molten state where ions are present. So next and important point is the solubility. Ionic compounds are generally soluble in the polar solvent. Now this is one of the important fact which we are going to discuss. As we know, ionic compound contain these oppositely charged ion, and now for example water is a polar solvent which is also having these polar charges present over it. Now here oppositely charged ion can easily attract and break these bonds. So the energy released when polar molecule interact with the ions of crystalline solid, and that energy release is known as the hydration energy. ठीक है, तो जैसे अभी हमने लैटिस एंथैल्पी डिस्कस किया था, लैटिस एंथैल्पी है जब A प्लस B माइनस आपस में इंटरेक्ट करेंगे तो जिस स्ट्रॉन्ग फोर्स से वो बाइंड करेंगे वो लैटिस एंथैल्पी है. अब इसको ब्रेक करने के टाइम पे जो एनर्जी रिलीज होगी दैट इज नोन एज द हाइड्रेशन एनर्जी. So we can say lattice enthalpy is the amount of energy released when oppositely ions interact with each other or combine with each other, whereas when ionic solid dissolve in a water, then the amount of energy released to separate these ions is called as the hydration energy. So till now we have discussed the ionic bond. Now the next concept which we are going to discuss is the covalent bond. And there are number of theories which are given to explain the covalent bond. So theories are the Lewis-Langmuir theory. Yes, he is the same Lewis who has given the octet concept. तो Langmuir के साथ combine करके he has given the Lewis-Langmuir theory. Then the VBT, also known as the valence bond theory, MOT, that is molecular orbital theory. These three theory explain the formation of covalent bond. Okay, according to Lewis-Langmuir theory, the covalent bond is formed by sharing a pair of electron between two atoms. So the bond which is formed by sharing of pair of electron between two atoms is called the covalent bond. Now covalent bond is of number of types depending upon pair of electron shared. If only one pair of electron share, it is called as the single bond, single covalent bond. If two pair of electron are shared between the two atoms, it is called as the double bond and denoted by these double lines. And similarly, if three pair of electrons shared between two atoms, then it is known as the triple bond, which is given by these three lines. So different examples related to covalent bond, for example homoatomic molecules, that is H dot, when combining with another H dot, one pair of electron is shared, then it is forming the single bond. For example, oxygen having 6 valence electron, another atom of oxygen, now two pair of electron are shared, so they are forming the double bond. Similarly, nitrogen is forming, sharing a 3 pair of electron with each other, उसके पास 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं outermost shell में, तो now it is forming the triple bond and completing its octet. In all the cases octet is complete. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. तो ऑक्सीजन का एक ऑक्टेट, सेकेंड ऑक्सीजन का एक ऑक्टेट. तो दीज आर द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ homoatomic molecule where in which single, double and triple bond are present. Now heteroatomic molecules in which more than 2 type of atom are present, for example water, H2O. So oxygen 1 2 3 4 5 6, one more hydrogen. Now these all will share and form the H2O. Everyone is completing it octet. Hydrogen having 2, this hydrogen also have 2 electron in the outermost shell, duplet वाला पार्ट आ गया, और ऑक्सीजन के पास अपने 8 डॉट आ गए. So these are the example. One is the H2O, again same is with the, we can say CH4. So 1 2 3 4 कार्बन और 4H एक सिंगल डॉट के साथ, तो दे फॉर्म हेटेरोएटॉमिक मॉलिक्यूल. ये सभी एग्जाम्पल आपने क्लास 10th में किए हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर यहीं पे मैं इथीन की बात कर दी, दैट इज C2H4, C2H4. तो इन दिस केस double bond is formed, then ethyne, ethyne means C2H2, in that case triple bond is formed. So all these are the example of heteroatomic molecule where single covalent bond, double covalent bond and triple covalent bond are discussed. Now one of the most important concept of the octet rule is the limitation of octet rule. So ये एग्जाम में भी सेपरेटली 2 से 3 मार्क्स में क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है. रूल से ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट इसकी लिमिटेशन है कि क्यों ये रूल फेल हुआ एंड न्यू थ्योरीज फॉर्म हुई. सो वेदर इट इज अ आयनिक बॉन्ड और अ कोवलेंट बॉन्ड, ईच एंड एवरी एलिमेंट आर कंबाइनिंग in order to complete it octet, but there are few example where incomplete octet is present. For example, incomplete octet of central atom in case of LiCl2. Li के तो 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन है, Cl अपना ऑक्टेट कंप्लीट कर रहा है, 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं, अगेन 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं, बट Li के केस में सिर्फ 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हैं ओवरऑल शेल में. Similarly, so for example, in case of AlCl3, Al is combining with these 3 Cl. So overall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 electron is present in Al. Central metal के outermost shell में सिर्फ 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन है, ऑक्टेट इसका भी कंप्लीट नहीं है. In case of BF3, फ्लोरीन के 8 कंप्लीट हो गए, नो डाउट. यहाँ पे आपके 6 और 1 प्लस इलेक्ट्रॉन है, अगेन 6 प्लस 1 8 हो गए, फ्लोरीन के 8 हो गए, बट बोरोन के ओवरऑल 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन आर देयर. So meaning these octet rule not able to explain why these compound form where there is incomplete octet in the central atom. Now there are few example in which odd electron is present on a molecule. Now for example, in case of NO, we know that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 अगर करना है तो उसने 2 पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन को शेयर किया है यहाँ पे, ठीक है. सो ओवरऑल ऑक्सीजन का तो ऑक्टेट कंप्लीट हो गया, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. वी नो दैट नाइट्रोजन के पास 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं, तो 1 2 3 4 ये तो पेयर में प्रेजेंट है, बट दिस इज द ऑड इलेक्ट्रॉन विच इज प्रेजेंट ओवर NO मॉलिक्यूल और उसका ऑक्टेट भी कंप्लीट नहीं है. सो ऑक्टेट रूल नॉट एबल टू एक्सप्लेन व्हाई दिस ऑड इलेक्ट्रॉन इज प्रेजेंट. नाउ द थर्ड लिमिटेशन इज देयर आर सम एग्जाम्पल इन विच एक्सपेंडेड octet of the central atom is present. For example, PCl5, in that case more than 8 electron, that is 10 electron is present. PCl5, the 5 is the valence electron which is present in the phosphorus. It is combining with 5 Cl. Each Cl has the 7 electron in the outermost shell. It's sharing and completing its octet. So if 5 chloride ion or Cl is sharing, so overall 5 electron from phosphorus and 5 from Cl is shared. So overall 10 electron are present in PCl5. Same with SF6 where 12 electron are shared. Sulfur already having 6 electron in the outermost shell. So 6 fluoride ion is surrounding it. So each fluorine is completing its octet. But in case of central metal atom, 6 itself and 6 from sharing it from 6 sulfur, total 12 electrons are present. We can say it is an expanded octet of the central atom which is not following the octet rule, and octet rule unable to explain why these compound formed. So these three are the limitation. First one is the incomplete octet, second one is the odd number of electron present, and third is the expanded octet of the central atom. And yes, this theory also not able to explain what is the shape of a molecule. If it is a diatomic, then what will be the shape? Triatomic, or we can say tetraatomic. It has only given that ionic or covalent, but it is not able to explain what will be the shape of this. So आज हमने इस वीडियो में डिस्कस किया Cosello-Lewis approach, then Lewis symbol, then how ionic bond is formed, electrostatic force of attraction between them. Now what are the factors which are affecting the formation of ionic bond, then the octet rule, then how the covalent and different types of covalent bond are there, then what are the limitations of this octet rule. तो आपने ये वीडियो में से इन क्वेश्चंस पे नोट्स प्रिपेयर करने हैं and try to learn this octet rule and the limitation of the octet rule, which is the most important topic.